Taurus, for some time I've been saying things are changing for you, and this May reading does seem to signify that. In fact, I can't see anything to do with love in it. Your readings are always dominated by love. I think we're seeing a new you. You look at that middle card, temperance. Maybe you're leading a more temperate lifestyle. Maybe you're avoiding the pitfalls of the past. Maybe you're just seeing things in a more sort of middle of the road, taking the middle ground, seeing every point of view. But I think it's quite profound, that. In the past, you have been saving for the future, long-term investments. And I think right now you're feeling quite powerful. You're feeling what I can say. You're feeling the change within you. You're almost becoming something of an authority figure. Undoubtedly there's more change to come. You won't have grasped everything that is going on in the world, or even that is going on in your life, and in the future you will go inside your head to try and seek answers. And I think parallel to this long-term investment, you're also learning new things that will be useful to you in the future. Maybe it's just a new way of living, maybe it's just about being temperate, but I think it's more than that. It's about how you're going to earn a living, or how you're going to create wealth. Yeah. What would throw you off course is an argument. I think it's an argument that could be easily resolved, but nevertheless it's capable of throwing you off course. But that's where this temperance comes in. If you try and see the other's point of view, you won't let it get to you, will you? And there is new wealth coming in the future. This is interesting. There is new wealth, but maybe you will be by yourself, which isn't how you've been for so long. These periods of being with someone, losing them, and being with someone again, I think we're seeing an end of that. I think we're seeing a new you. Let's look at these individually, Taurus, because it's quite interesting, isn't it? Taurus, for so long I've been tracking your love life, and there's something of a disaster it's been, how you've been falling into love and thinking it's the best thing ever, then cheating. I did at one time, and maybe I'm right, that you were being more manipulated than you were actually manipulating, that actually somebody was a narcissist and was manipulating you. But anyway, whatever it was, those days feel like they're over, and I've been tracking that for a little while now. And this month of May, it really does feel like that. It feels like that you've started a new life, turned over a new leaf whereby you're not chasing after partners, a new leaf whereby you're seeing the other side of things, not so selfish, maybe not partying so hard, maybe taking the middle ground on things. It does look to be quite profound, and it goes throughout this entire reading. I do hope we're seeing this change, because it's been a long time coming for you, Taurus, and it feels like the right thing if you ask me. Now, in the past, you were investing for the future. Long-term investments, taking a long-term view. Now, I've always had this inclination that you're quite good with money. And I think you are. I don't know how relevant this is. There's got to be a relevance to it, but I can't see what the connection is. I think you've been wise with money. I think you've been good. Could that have been the reason you've had so many problems in love? Remember, I did get the suggestion that one of your lovers at least was a narcissist. Were they simply after your money? I don't know. Don't know what to read into this, but it's clearly cropped up because it's relevant. It probably means more to you than it does to me. And you know, I think because you've turned over a new leaf, you're far less emotional, you're far less emotive. People can see it in you, and you've become something of an authority figure. People look up to you now. You know, I mean, I've always felt that this was inside you, but you just kept making terrible mistakes in terms of your love life. And if that is over, I can see why people would see you as wise, see you as experienced, of course. But yeah, you seem to be something of an authority figure. Yeah, that's how you are right now. And it must feel good for you, having been in turmoil for so many years. Taurus, I am delighted for you. Delighted that you've changed. Delighted that you've put aside your old way of living. Delighted that you feel like an authority figure. Maybe you're even being recognised as such. But you know, I do need to warn you, Taurus, that there is much more to learn. There are things that you've been so preoccupied with yourself that you've not spotted going on in the world. Maybe you don't want to, but they are going to catch you up after this month, and you're going to go inside yourself looking for answers, which is no bad thing. It's something we've all been doing, except you, Taurus. I don't think you've caught up with the changes that are going on in the world, and you're going to have to do it. But I don't want you to take this negatively. I think things are looking good for you. It's just you catching up with the rest of us. It's no bad thing to be doing. And if you remember, I said that you were investing, long-term investments for the future. Well, you're also investing in yourself. Maybe learning new skills, training for new skills. Maybe going back to university or college. Maybe. Or maybe it's just simply you're learning about this newfound temperance, your newfound lifestyle. How to deal with the world without constantly going from elation to destruction and, well, to chaos and destruction, you know. Maybe you're just coming to terms with all that. I'm not sure, but it's incredibly positive. Let me keep reiterating. I do see this as an incredibly positive reading for you, Taurus. At times it might seem like, I had more fun before. I understand that, but this even lifestyle is much better for you. It really is. Now, the one thing that could throw you off course, this more temperate lifestyle, is conflict, arguments. And we've had so many of those in the past, haven't we, Taurus? So many arguments, always to do with love, or always to do with people you love, or with people you love. This doesn't seem like an irresolvable one. It seems like one that if only you could talk it through, it could be resolved. And, you've got this new temperance. Try and understand where others are coming from. Try and understand what their perspective is. Speak to them about it, and I think this is resolvable. But this argument is capable of throwing you off course, so don't dwell on it, whatever. Even if you can't resolve it, don't dwell on it, don't rise to it. Just let it sweep past you. Don't worry about it at all, Taurus. Now, if you don't allow these arguments to distract you, keep on learning, keep on doing what you're doing, then the universe is going to bless you. And I think it's going to bless you in many respects, but particularly materially. Maybe the one way it's not going to bless you is in terms of love. And I think you've had enough love for a lifetime. I mean, it'll come, but right now, don't think about love. Yeah, the universe wants to bless you. It wants to reward you for the hard work you've put in, for the changes you've made, and it is going to reward you. But as I say, you will probably be by yourself. I think you'll still be happy, I think you're happy you've turned over a new leaf. You're happy in yourself. You're happy in what you're doing. Clearly, if people see you as an authority figure, others can see that happiness in you as well. So overall, I think this is an incredibly positive outcome and an incredibly positive reading. And I'm not even going to go for clarity on any of it. I'm just going to summarise for you now and pat yourself on the back, Taurus. Taurus, you've had a rum life so far, haven't you? I mean, I've been tracking it for 3 years, but you've changed over a new leaf. You're a new person. Much less hedonistic, trying to see the other's point of view. Much more stable, temperate lifestyle, and pat yourself on the back for it. People even look up to you now as authority figures, someone with experience, somebody that knows what they're doing. Yeah, you've always, I think, been quite good with money, quite good with planning, and you have been putting in long-term investments for the future. And I think we're going to see some of those come to the fore, Also, you've been investing in yourself. Maybe that's training, maybe it's going to college, university. Maybe it's just simply learning about yourself and how you should behave and how you should be. I'm not entirely certain, but it would seem very, very positive indeed. Everything feels very positive to me. And the universe is going to reward you with what I see as being material blessings. Probably you're going to be by yourself. You're not going to have a partner to share them with. And that will come. I think you've had enough partners for the time being anyway, What would deflect you from this is an argument. Yes, another argument. But I think you're much better able to deal with these arguments, to see the other point of view. But if you can't, just let it go. Don't get worried about it. Don't get worried about it. It's one of those arguments that if only you could sit down and discuss it, you'd find that there was nothing to it. But I'm not sure if you can or not, but don't let it deflect you, It's just being sent as a sort of trial for you. It's no more than that. But you clearly don't know everything. There are many things that passed you by while you were preoccupied with yourself that the rest of us had spotted about how the world is changing, etc. I don't think it matters that you're behind. But after this month, you're going to start catching up by going inside yourself and looking for answers. And I think you will begin to find those answers there. So an extremely positive reading as far as I'm concerned, Taurus.